everybody. This is our last week, but I think Label's going to find out whether or not he's leading the one next week, because I'm going to be in the States next week. Are you leading the next one? You don't know yet? Don't know yet. We'll know by the end of the class whether or not it's on next week. How are we? Good. So have you saved it up for tonight, or did you do it at all during the last few weeks? Did a couple? Anyone else? Show of hands? Show of hands. Don't be shy. Hi, Vicky. Any newbies here tonight? Any newbies? One newbie, 2, 3, 4 back there. Hi, how are you? Have you ever meditated before? Yes? One other one? No? Never? Okay, good to know, great. Well, I'm happy you're all here. This is the 7th or the 8th week, I can't remember, I've lost count, of our 7th week of our meditation series. We've been studying a little bit about different techniques and doing the exercise and the practice of meditation each time we come together to help you become self-sufficient in your own practice. And I really encourage you, don't wait for a Tuesday night when I'm here to do this. Do it every day. Do it every day, because remember, if you don't meditate at all, you will continue to build up that bag of stress just by living, putting units of stress into your nervous system day after day after day. And if you do it at least once a day, then the units of stress going in and the units of stress coming out of you will equalize. However, if you do it twice a day, that's when the magic happens. So you actually move in a direction of higher states of consciousness, and you become smarter, and the connectivity in your brain begins to expand. Your awareness expands, your ability to be more creative, more intuitive, more intelligent, more proactive, a better communicator, manifest the things that you want in your life. It just goes on and on and on and on. The practice never stops adjusting and getting better. The sensation of sitting and enjoying your meditation expands, as well as your eyes open experience when you're performing action. It gets more and more enjoyable to witness the dance that's going on around you. So I highly encourage you, make it as simple as possible. Get your little timer. If you have 10 minutes, 15 minutes, 20 minutes, the ideal, remember, is somewhere like brushing your teeth in the morning. You get up, you go to the bathroom, you brush your teeth, you sit in a chair and you meditate. If you can't manage to get up those 10 minutes early to do that, or 20 minutes if you're going to give yourself that amount of time, then drive the kids to school or whatever you have to do, or drive to work. Park your car and sit in your car and meditate before you go and perform action at work. You will enjoy your work more that day. You will see that you get through things more quickly, that you make decisions better, that you're more efficient, and you end up with time left over at the end of the day. All right? So it's really, really important. I love to talk a little bit about this idea of a concept called tapasya, which is a surrendering of preferences in life. And, this extends throughout all different areas of our life. Tapasya. So what does it mean, the surrendering of preferences? Well, first you have a goal. What is it that you want to achieve that you're not achieving in your life? So you put the goal out there in your mind, you write it down on a piece of paper. I would like to buy a house, or I would like to lose weight, or I would like to be healthier. Whatever it is, set the goal. Number 2, write down on a piece of paper, what is the signal, what is the event that needs to occur for you to say, I've achieved that goal? Is it the real estate agent handing you the keys to the new house? Or is it that you get on the scale and you've lost 10 pounds? Or is it that you're able to run for 10 minutes instead of 7? What is it? Write it down, okay? And then the third thing is, what do you have to surrender? What preference do you need to surrender to be able to achieve that thing that you want to have in your life, that goal, whatever it is? So if it's to buy the house, well, somebody invites you to lunch, and you say, I'd love to, but no, I'm going to save that money, I'm going to put it in the bank so I can buy that house. Or is it that cake that you want to have? I'm going to surrender the preference, not have the cake today, and I'm going to get on the scale tomorrow morning, and I'm going to be very happy at what I see. Or is it going to press that snooze button this morning and sleep for another 20 minutes? Or am I going to get up and meditate and expand my awareness? Or go work out, go to the gym, whatever it is. But everything in life, there has to be somewhat of a sacrifice little bit of a discomfort to achieve that goal on your line number 1. So think about those things. Maybe in our meditation, at the end of our meditation today, we can think about what that goal is for you. It might be more than one. And then what is it that has to occur so that that goal is seen to be achieved for you? And what things are you going to surrender, a preference that you're going to surrender in your life to have that thing? Think about that. I'm sure we all have a few, right? All right. Who wants to meditate? Are you feeling excited? Yeah, right. Yes, we can dim the lights, maybe back there. Yes, no problem. We're going to dim the lights. For the newbies in the room, if you just close your eyes and witness your thoughts, that's all you need to do. We are not in the business of removing thoughts from our head. We are in the business of closing our eyes and allowing our minds to do whatever it is they want to do. Just to witness. Keep it very, very simple. Remember, back supported, head is free, not resting on anything. If we find that we're falling asleep, we just gently bring our chins to our chest. That's totally fine. Not too dark, label. We want to, if you don't need to bob, if you're nodding off, just, you can let your head sit like this if you like. Whatever feels comfortable. Remember, it's still a little bright in the front row here. Too bright in the front row, if we can dim it, please. It's all or off? Off. Off. Okay. Off. All right, guys, I'm going to bring you into it. So let's close our eyes now. Remember, we don't resist thoughts. We don't resist noise. We don't resist a mantra changing or disappearing if you're using a mantra. If we're going to put our awareness on our breath, that's wonderful too. We don't change our breath. It's just a witnessing of our breath as a focal point. But to begin with, whenever we sit down to meditate, we don't do anything except close our eyes. And we just let that first flurry of thoughts come through our mind. Maybe do a little body scan to see if you're holding tension anywhere. Just keep it really simple and effortless. Remember, when we eat food, we don't tell which enzymes to meet that food in our bellies. We just enjoy the food and then we let our bodies do what they need to do. When our computers get stuck, we reboot the computer. It knows exactly what to do. In the same way, your body knows exactly how to rest itself and recharge its own battery when you just give it some attention, just by closing your eyes and witnessing the thoughts that occur in your mind. In a few minutes, if you want to do more than just witness your thoughts and take it up a gear, then you can use your breath, the inhalation and exhalation of your breath as a focal point, without changing your breath, just witnessing it. After doing this for some time, you will find that stress, tension, and fatigue will bubble up as thoughts, and you will catch yourself either daydreaming, having images, shopping lists, witnessing conversations that happened in the day, perhaps a worry scenario mind. We don't judge any of this. We just let our minds do whatever they need to do. Remember, when we take this time to listen to our thoughts a couple times a day, when we actually go to sleep at night, these things don't keep us up anymore because we worked them out in our twice daily meditations. All right. If you remember to turn your phone off, that's lovely. If you forgot, we'll deal. Okay, let's begin. I will keep the time. Just surrender. Just surrender. No judgment. Just be with yourselves. it come out very slowly, but keep your eyes closed. And in this couple of minutes before we open our eyes, let's do a little experiment on tapasya. I'd like you to think about something that you'd like to have in your life, some goal that you'd like to consider. Take a moment to think about what that goal is, what you'd like that to be for yourself. Now, once you have the goal, take a moment to think about what is the signal, what's the single event that needs to occur to show that that goal has been achieved. What's that event? Now, once you have the event, the third thing to consider is what are you going to forego in your life to achieve this goal that you'd like to have? What preferences are you going to surrender to allow yourself to achieve this goal? How long are you willing to surrender that preference? Now take a moment visualizing yourself achieving the goal. Visualize yourself at the event of where you've achieved the goal. See yourself having it. And take a little bit of time, a couple, maybe 30 seconds, and when you feel ready, you can slowly open your eyes, very slowly. How's that? Feel good? Yeah? Anybody have any questions? No? Good. Yes, go ahead.
If I meditate as I fall asleep, is that true meditation?
Yes, it's all a valid experience. If you turn up to meditate and you're sitting upright in a chair and you feel like you actually, so much rest needs to come that you feel like you need to sleep, wonderful. You just surrender to whatever your body needs at that time. And your chin will fall to your chest. Try and keep yourself from lying down. Stay upright. And then 5 minutes, 7 minutes, whatever will pass. And then you'll check your watch and you'll continue. It's fine. Perfectly fine. It's all good. It's all a valid experience. Yeah.
What were those three again?
The questions were first you have the goal. That's the first thing. The second is an event. The event that signals that you have achieved the goal. And the third thing is surrendering of preferences. What do you have to forego in your life to achieve that goal? Right? Cool. Good. Any experiences that you want to share in this meditation right now? Anybody find it difficult to keep your eyes closed for 20 minutes like that? Ellie, my daughter. Say hi, Ellie. Got my daughter in the front row. Ellie has 4 brothers, 2 on either side of her. Ellie is, how old are you, Ellie? Ellie is 8 years old, and she got the special night with Mommy tonight. She's got a brother who's, how old are your brothers?
11, 9, and I'm 8, and then 6 and 5.
There you go. Ellie, do you meditate every day? Sometimes. How many minutes do you meditate for? 8 minutes. Children do it for the number of minutes that they are. So children can meditate. Our oldest son wakes up every day for 2 years now, sets his alarm clock, and he'll meditate for 11 minutes. Our next son does 9 minutes. Ellie does 8 minutes. Ellie's not quite doing it every day yet, but no pressure with all of you. No pressure. You want to be doing it? You'll get there. Just be patient with yourselves. But I encourage you to try. Don't think if you can't do it twice a day, it's not worth doing it once a day. Do it when you can, right? It's the day you go to the gym, you will benefit. Go ahead.
Jen, you mentioned when we were talking about sacrificing something, you mentioned think about that while you meditate. I was a little
No.
confused by that.
I'm sorry.
We're not supposed to think.
No, I meant more at the end, in the 2 minutes at the end. Yeah. So this is your practice, okay? Basically, ideally, 20 minutes twice a day. 20 minutes if you can. You set your timer. You sit down, brush your teeth, get up, go to the bathroom, find a seat before you have breakfast or coffee. You sit, you close your eyes, and just be with yourself for 3 to 5 minutes. Let that first wave, of thoughts come through. No pressure of any focal point or anything, all right? Then at some stage when you're off daydreaming and you recognize you're off in thoughts or whatever, gently start putting your awareness on your breath. Very subtle, okay? We're just going to take it up a gear. And then at some point again, you'll fly off and you'll be somewhere in thoughts, and then you'll gently come back and forth, okay? When your timer goes off after 20 minutes, if you can do 20 minutes, 10, 15, or 20 is the ideal, the timer will go off. You will not open your eyes and jump up, okay? Make sure you feel 1.5 minutes to 2 minutes before you get up and open your eyes. Really important to seal the meditation. Otherwise, a half hour later, you can feel irritable or get a headache or feel anxious, like you're still unstressing throughout the day. Put your wheels down before you land. Come out slowly. You let go of your awareness on your breath, and you just sit there for a couple minutes. You can stretch, whatever, but just then slowly open your eyes after a couple minutes, okay? The second window to meditate is somewhere 2 hours after you've had lunch to just before dinner time. That would be your second window. Okay? Again, anywhere in your car. My car is my sanctuary, as long as you're parked somewhere safe. Doors are locked, A chair, wherever you want. Okay? Really try and do this because it is so valuable. I can't tell you what I've experienced over the last 15 years and how it just keeps getting better and better and better. Your body continues to self-refine itself. I'm studying right now to upgrade my practice, and I was speaking to my meditation teacher, and I said to him, I used to have such a fear around studying. I had so much anxiety. I was such a worry ward, and I always did very well, but I put the pressure on myself. Always thought I failed, always did fine. But the thought of having to memorize at university copious amounts of material, the stress of it was quite handicapping for me, and it took me twice as long to get through the material. What I experience now in the studying that I'm doing is I'm flying through it. I don't have to write everything down. I can memorize it more quickly. My mind is working faster. And I'm sharing this with my teacher, and he said to me, Jen, it's no different than you get a computer, and it's not operating very well. So you get a new operating system and upgrade it. The outside of the computer looks exactly the same, but the new operating system is allowing it to run more efficiently, more quickly. It's a mistaken intellect that we can't improve ourselves. And so what I am experiencing is this upgrade, and everything is working faster. When you meditate year after year after year after year, twice a day, if you do nothing else but present moment awareness and meditate every day, twice a day, you get better. It's not that you age in a poor way, or that you have to get dementia, or that you have to become more irritable and more impatient and more tired, less energy. You can actually get sharper and more intelligent, and your memory can be better, and your sensory acuity can get better. everything can continue to enhance and enhance and enhance if you just get these stress memories out of your nervous system. It's quite extraordinary. I'm living proof of it, and all of my friends who have been meditating as long as I have are experiencing the same things. We just keep getting better, capable of doing more, capable of being less stressed. No such thing as a stressful situation, only stressful responses. I don't know myself. I don't recognize myself from how I was, 15 years ago. I feel totally different and so much happier and so much capable, only because I turned up to meditate every day, twice a day. That's it. It's extraordinary what it does. And all the stuff that the studies that we're doing at Harvard and UCSD and Stanford around the benefits of meditation, like I said, 93% of diseases caused by inflammation are preventable through the practice of meditation. Even a guy named Dean Ornish in San Francisco discovered that heart disease is now reversible through a plant-based diet, movement, and meditation. That was unheard of 5, 6, 7 years ago, that you could actually reverse heart disease. So there is so much that you can do on your own to be in perfect health all the time. It's a choice that we make, right? Stop ignoring self. Stop ignoring that your back is hurting. Stop ignoring that you're feeling tight here or whatever. Figure out what's going on. And the more you stop twice a day for 20 minutes and just listen. I taught the graduating class of Mount Scopus today, the year 12 students. And I was quite strict on them, so they actually sat. I had them sit for 10 minutes quietly. But a couple of them explained how they actually couldn't even close their eyes comfortably. Couldn't even just close their eyes comfortably. What are we doing to our kids that they can't even close their eyes for a minute and be with themselves? No wonder more disease is coming. You want something to age more quickly, put stress on something. You want something to have more illness, put stress on it. So this is just such a wonderful way to recharge your battery. And it's simple. The hardest thing is making the commitment to turn up to a chair and sit. Put it in your phone like a conference call that you have with yourself. You owe it to yourself to do this 20 minutes twice a day. It's very simple. If you do nothing else but close your eyes and daydream, that's good enough. But do it. I invite you to do it. And watch what happens, right? Okay, everybody. See ya in May, I think. Thank you for having me, Label. And thank you for coming each week, guys. It's really, really wonderful to go on this journey with you. I hope it's been helpful. I've learned so much from all of you as well, so I appreciate it. Thank you.
I learned a lot from Jen, as all of you did.